Zootopia is a cute, animated Disney movie about a society of anthropomorphized animals that live in a modern industrial society. However, some fans think there is something darker going on underneath the furry tale. These are some of the best Zootopia conspiracy theories. First up, the rent in Zootopia is obscenely high. This one comes from Reddit user Kichi, and once you think about it, it starts to make a lot of sense. In one scene, Nick Wilde mentions he makes $200 per day, which would put his annual income at $72,000. That's a monthly income of $6,000. Despite this, he's homeless. We see that he literally lives under a bridge. Someone taking home that much money should easily be able to afford a place to live in a large metropolitan area like Zootopia. But Nick's still living basically out on the street. How could this be? Well, the conspiracy theory goes that the rent in Zootopia is so obscenely high that even Nick Wilde can't afford to find a place to live. Now, this could be because of the mental health issues we sometimes see Nick display, but there are other signs too. Even Judy Hopps, who works as a police officer and so should have a pretty decent salary, can only afford a small studio apartment. Moreover, she doesn't have windows or even a private bathroom in her place. So living costs have to be astronomical to explain this. Kichi estimates that the rent in Zootopia must be higher than around $5,000 a month. No wonder tensions between mammals are so high. Everyone is stressed about the rent. Next, too many herbivores. The world of Zootopia is one of peaceful harmony between predators and prey. Gone are the old days when predators would hunt and eat prey animals. If Reddit user Tarantula Pets is to be believed, however, there's something much more sinister going on, and the secret lies in a line by Bonnie Hopps, Judy's mother. You might miss the significance of it if you're not paying attention. Bonnie mentions that Judy has 275 siblings. Normally, this checks out. Herbivores tend to have a lot more children since many are killed by predators before growing up, but in Zootopia, predators no longer kill prey, and yet the prey is still reproducing at the normal rate. Even predators don't all make it to adulthood in the wild. This could lead to one of two things. The first is that the Zootopian government has a culling program to kill off excess prey animals to stop a societal collapse. This would mean that to prevent population growth from getting out of control, the government kills thousands of animals every year to preserve the peaceful world of Zootopia. Maybe they even feed these animals to the carnivores, who can only eat meat. The other possibility is nothing is being done, and soon overpopulation will lead to the fall of Zootopia entirely. Maybe this overpopulation can explain why the rents have to be so high. There's just so much competition. Either way, the implications of this conspiracy theory are grim. And now, Flash is a fast driver because he's a sloth. The jokes write themselves. Flash the sloth does everything really slow, but turns out he drives insanely fast. Even his name, Flash, is ironic. According to Reddit user Mr. Schrodinger Cat, what might appear as a throwaway gag has a deeper meaning. Because of his slow speed, once Flash steps on the accelerator, he can't move his foot off it fast enough. That's why it's so hard for him to slow down. Flash takes a long time to lift his foot up from the accelerator. It takes him so long to stop accelerating that he ends up blowing stop signs and overspeeding. That's why he drives like a maniac. This one is more lighthearted than the other conspiracy theories on this list, but it's worth mentioning nonetheless. The next theory is that the Mafia controls the ZPD. Zootopia has a funny scene where Judy and Nick meet Mr. Big, a Mafia boss who is a vole, a small rodent. This scene is a clear parody of Marlon Brando in the opening of The Godfather, but on closer inspection, there's a reason the Mafia boss is a rodent. Zootopia is an egalitarian society filled with animals of all sizes, from giraffes and elephants to foxes and rabbits like Judy and Nick to even rodents. The rodents all live in little rodentia, which is so tiny that the other mammals can't make it inside. Additionally, we know that it's unusual for a smaller mammal like Judy to become an officer in the ZPD. Redditor Flagnut1 believes that this setup is by design. That's why the Mafia is run by a vole. Think about it. It's way easier for the smaller mammals like rodents to commit crimes because it's so hard for the other animals to police them. That's why small mammals usually don't join the ZPD. Mr. Big's Mafia uses their influence to discourage smaller animals from joining, so they can have free reign to commit all the organized crime they want. You can't catch a criminal if you're too big to enter their hiding place. The difficulty in policing these tiny animals makes it so they have higher rates of organized crime, and they use their gains to enact policies on the ZPD to keep things that way. Guess that's one Mafia that doesn't hate rats. Ever wonder why there are no cats and dogs in Zootopia? In a world full of all kinds of mammals, one would expect cats and dogs to show up at some point, right? When you think of animals, the ones we spend most of our time around are domesticated pets, like cats and dogs. So why are they a no-show in the entire film? One conspiracy theory by Reddit user ThundersaurusSex explains this seemingly benign plot hole. The theory goes that Zootopia is actually set in our human world, far into the future. At some point in history, there was an uprising by the animals against humans, and since cats and dogs are pets, they sided with humans. This war ended with both the humans and their pets being wiped out entirely. That's why we don't see any humans or cats and dogs in Zootopia. They don't exist anymore. This theory turns the cute world of Zootopia into a futuristic dystopia where humans are extinct. Characters in the movie do have an origin story that simply says all these mammals evolved to be this way, skipping out on humans entirely. But this could just be propaganda that the ruling elite of Zootopia peddles to the masses. What do you think? Up next, Emmitt Otterton sells drugs. Emmitt Otterton is a nice middle-aged otter who works as a florist. In the movie, it's revealed that night howler flowers revert animals back to a savage state. Reddit user Johnny AU thinks Emmitt Otterton isn't just a sweet old family man after all. He dabbles in night howlers, and since he's a florist, he has access to a ready supply to use. He somehow discovered that the plant makes animals return to a more natural state, so he shared it with his friends at the Naturalist Club. This is where the conspiracy comes in. Mr. Big tells Judy that Emmitt is his personal florist. Why would someone as innocent and unassuming as Emmitt Otterton get involved with Mr. Big? Well, the theory says that at some point, Mr. Big found out about Emmitt's experimentation with night howlers. It was then that he made Otterton an offer he can't refuse. Mr. Big manages the operation under his mafia, while Emmitt is in charge of the supply. This Breaking Bad-esque twist to Zootopia is one of the more interesting conspiracies about the film. And now, Zootopia and Shark Tale are set in the same universe. Although Zootopia is a Disney film and Shark Tale is a Pixar film, Reddit user Floppy McLongsocks thinks they're both in the same universe. Since we never see what's going on underwater in Zootopia, and we never see what's going on land in Shark Tale, they could be connected. Both films feature anthropomorphized animals living in societies that are similar to ours. Both have no appearances by any humans. The similarities don't end there. In Zootopia, the mammals have created a society where predators no longer eat prey. Similarly, in Shark Tale, a group of sharks decides that fish are friends and to not eat them anymore. Things aren't as peaceful in Shark Tale, however. The fish all live in fear of sharks who are bigger than them. This could be because while predators have plenty of other things to eat, like reptiles and birds, underwater, the sharks have nothing. They have to eat fish to survive. That could also explain why the sharks in Shark Tale look more like real sharks. They're less anthropomorphized than the fish because they still eat meat, and they're closer to their natural state. Meanwhile, Zootopia has no mammals eating mammals. That's why all the predators also look like humans. So, for all we know, they take place at the same time. Zootopia is what's happening on the land during Shark Tale. This conspiracy might not be very plausible as the two movies are owned by two different companies, but it's interesting to think about. That's a wrap for this video. What's your favorite Zootopia conspiracy theory from this list? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.